Question for my friends in real estate. How many times a week do you get asked to go to coffee? I'm guessing it's somewhere between 0 times and a lot of times. Another question. Do you really want to go get coffee?
How about no?
No, you don't. For people not in the business and not in the industry, this is something that's common. And for a long time, I don't know why, when people are asked to go generate business, generate referrals, generate whatever, the biggest suggestion is always call 50 real estate agents and go have coffee. I don't do that. A couple reasons why. Number one, I don't really have time to spend all week in and out of coffee shops. Number two, if I did, my heart would explode from all the caffeine coursing through my veins nonstop.
Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt.
So I can't do it. But I like coffee, and I have coffee pretty much every day. Not a lot, but I like to have some. It's a nice treat to go to some of our local establishments and get coffee there, but I don't always have time to do that also, and it gets kind of expensive if you're going every day for 4 or 5 days a week, every month. So I did something that I want to share with you now, a little review and see what I'm doing, and just want to share it with you. You're going to watch this and think that I'm a coffee snob. I'm not a coffee snob. I will drink this coffee. I will drink drip coffee. I will drink coffee at a coffee shop. I will drink coffee from a Keurig machine. I will drink coffee from a gas station. I will drink coffee from a fast food place. It's all, there's some better, there's some worse, but I'm not going to throw coffee out or whatever. So anyway, without further ado, let me present to you my coffee setup. This is called an Aeropress, and someone had recommended this and said check it out if you're looking for a single serve solution someplace. So it's an Aeropress, and how the whole setup works is you have this, which makes the coffee. You have something to get hot water, so this is a little electric kettle, and you have something to grind your coffee beans there. So what you do, and everything that I'm sharing with you, if I'm sharing instructions on how to do things and why to do things and stuff like that, it's not because I understand why to do all this stuff. It's because I've seen stuff on YouTube and it says this is how you do it, so that's why I do it. So again, not a coffee snob. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through how this works, and maybe it's something that you'll like and maybe you can use in your home or work or whatever. Anyway, first thing that we do is we figure out how much we want. So this is a cup here. I already have my water in it, you can see. So I'm going to heat up this water to the correct temperature. And it's really simple. You just pour it in the kettle, turn on, and hit the button for coffee, which will heat it to 205 degrees. Now you don't want to have it too hot because the people on YouTube say if it's too hot, then that does something bad to the coffee. So you want to put it right at the 205. Next thing you do is you get your beans. So the other thing I like about this is you can get beans from the local places you like to go to. The two closest ones to me that I like, I've got two here. We have Roots Plants and Coffee, which is about a block and a half from my office. Really cool place to go to. This is their Old Town Blend. That's really good. There's also Serenchi Coffee, which is not much further than that from me, and this is their medium blend. Both of them are really good. I'm going to do this one today, and maybe I'll do this one tomorrow. All right, so what you do and what I've been recommended is for a cup of coffee about that size, you want about 30 grams of coffee. Coffee beans ground, and that's what you use to make your coffee. So I guess at the World Championship Aeropress coffee competition, that's when they recommended doing 30 grams. two questions you might have about that. Number one, how much is 30 grams? And number two, is there really something called the Aeropress World Coffee Championship, whatever? So answer to number one, I'll show you. Answer to number two, apparently there is. Here's how it works. I don't use this all the time, but this is a food scale, so you can see. So take your little coffee grinder here, put it on, set the scale, and let's get 30 grams here. All right, so that right there is right on the button, 30 grams. So this is a world championship quality cup of coffee that we're about to do right here. Put it in the grinder. And then this has different settings, and the world championship brewers say to do a fairly coarse grind. So you can see the settings here. And there you go. Now what this little contraption does, there's two ways you can use it. Number one, you got to put a filter in it at the bottom here, which we'll do in a second. But you can put the grinds in here, and then you pour hot water in it, and you let it sit for a little bit, mix it up, and then after about a minute or so, you just take this and you push down, and it pushes all the coffee, everything out of the bottom right directly into your cup. It's going to be a very, very high octane coffee, very concentrated, so you actually want to dilute it a little bit after you do it, and that will make your regular strength cup of coffee. The other way that you do it, I'm going to show you here in a second, is called the inverted method. And our water's heated up here, so we're going to do that right now. Let me see. With the inverted method, we actually turn it upside down and hold it like this. We'll take our ground beans here and put it right in. Okay. And shake it so it's about even. And once it is, now we're going to pour in the hot water and then mix it as we're pouring it, just to make sure everything gets worked in there. All right. And like I said, we're going to dilute it a little bit, so I'm going to start by putting some of the hot water in here. And then we'll add the rest after we get done brewing our coffee. You grab one of these paper filters. They say actually it works a little better if you wet it first. So we'll add a little water here. Which will get laid in here like so. And then this filter goes right on top. Okay, so it's in there, it's mixed, it's in the hot water. The hot water is extracting. I've heard that used on YouTube before. In doing that magic stuff that it does. So we'll give it a few more seconds, and then you'll watch. It's pretty cool. You just turn it upside down and you get your coffee out. Okay, should be ready. So now we take this and like so, turn it right upside down, put it on your cup, and just do this. Now the experts that I've seen do this recommend not doing it too fast, because if you do it too fast, it'll push the water through the grinds, and if there's too much force behind it, it will kind of create little cavities and canals and things like that, that the water behind it will, that's the path of least resistance, so it'll find those, and then the water, the hot water, won't evenly be distributed throughout the grinds. Again, this is what other people said, so I'm just following their instructions. So, but you do it pretty slow. So now we've finished pressing all the water through. Let's add the rest of our hot water. And then just to make sure, we're going to grab our little stirring stick again. Like so. And there you go. So it takes about a minute and a half or so. It's a really good cup of coffee. It's using the beans and stuff that I like from the local places that I like their stuff, and it's right in the convenience of my office. They make a portable size travel one of those that you can get and take with you if you really want that. Personally, I probably wouldn't do it if I'm traveling. I'm not going to carry all that setup with me. I'm just going to go to the gas station and get a cup of coffee. The setup's pretty simple. Again, all you need is a grinder, something to heat up the hot water, your Aeropress, and then whatever beans you like. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you want to test out a cup of coffee and try it, let me know. You can come by and I'll walk you through how it works and everything. But this is what I do. This is how I get my coffee every day, instead of, again, calling 50 realtors and begging them to go to coffee. Doesn't work for me. But if you want to come by, sit down, have a cup of coffee, then you're welcome to try out my setup. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Aeropress coffee system. Okay. Thanks for watching. Take care.